Come into a comfortable child's pose. For this class, we're going to explore our transition into autumn. For many of us, it's a time to check in, to be open to new things, and let go of any disappointments or challenges which we may have experienced so far in our year. Our breath can be a useful tool for helping us achieve this. So we're going to establish an Ujjayi breath now, or ocean breath. With your next exhale, I want you to exhale through the mouth and close the back of your throat, so you're gently creating an ocean wave-like sound. Try this a couple of times. If this feels comfortable, try to continue, but breathe out through the nose. If you are well practiced with ocean breath, you can bring in the wave sound through your inhale as well. For the class, I'd like you to try and keep this breath going, whether you keep it just on the exhale or the inhale and exhale. Think of the breath as drawing in what you do need as you inhale and releasing anything you don't need on your exhale. Lovely. Come up to a tabletop position now when you're ready. We're going to do a few rounds of cat-cow, so set yourself up. And then with an inhale, pull the chest through the gateway of the arms, and then exhale, round the spine, curling that tailbone down, relaxing the head. And then inhale back to cow, exhale cat. Move with your breath, aiming to mobilize your spine as much as you can. Lovely. From here, we're going to slide the right leg back, curling the toes under. And I just want you to spend a few moments pressing back through the inner and outer heel and releasing it, just to get some length through the hamstring and the calf. And then we're going to take that leg up to hip height, rolling the inner thigh up. Take the left arm out if that feels comfortable, or leave it on the floor. We got 3 curls in and out. So exhaling knee to elbow or knee to nose, and then inhaling, coming back out. After your third, we're going to hold it in tiger. Stay here or reach back for the foot. Pull the foot back to open up through the left chest. 3 breaths. See if you can continue that ocean breath, really exaggerating that exhale in particular. Lovely, release. Have a little shimmy and let's take it to the other side. Curling the left toes under. Finding that stretch in the hamstring and the calf. Bring the leg up to hip height. Keep the right arm down or lift it. And then on an exhale, you're going to round the spine, draw the knee to the elbow or nose, and inhale, come back to tiger. 2 more times. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Last time. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen, stay here or reach back for the foot for the chest stretch if that feels right for you. Kick the foot back strongly to open up through the right chest. Keep a good engagement of your core by breathing that exhale nice and long. Release, come back to table. And then when you are ready, we're going to curl the toes under and come into our first downward facing dog. Keep the knees bent, press the finger pads down and forward, rotate the upper arms towards each other, press the tops of the thighs back as you pedal the legs. When you are ready, take a slow walk to the front of the mat, coming into Ragdoll. Bend the knees generously, relax the spine over the legs, hold on to opposite elbows and breathe. Let everything relax down. Inhale, as you exhale, curl the tailbone, connect to your core, roll up. Slowly the head is the last thing to come up. And then once you're up, if it feels good, 3 shoulder rolls in each direction just to get a little bit of space in your upper body. Lovely, well done. So coming into Dasana, we're going to inhale the arms up high. Exhale, bend the knees, come into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, reaching the chest forward. And then exhale, step back into plank, knees up or down, your choice. Bring the belly down, and then on your inhale, let's find a cobra. And then exhale, make your way to downward facing dog. Take a full breath here, inhaling and exhaling. And then inhale, step to the front. Take an exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, root to rise. Swing the arms out and up, reaching up through the sides of the body. And then exhale, press in the air away. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. Take an inhale, find that halfway lift, reaching the chest forward. Exhale, fold, step back into plank and lower the knees down. Inhale, cobra, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Trying to extend that exhale. And if you need to sip in another breath, please do. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Let's bring it up. And then exhale, press the air away. You've got one more round. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back and lower. If you want to chaturanga this time, that's absolutely fine. Lower to cobra or take an up dog if that feels good for you. And then exhale, downward facing dog. One full breath here. Inhale, step it forward. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, root to rise. Exhale, press the air away. Super. Coming into chair. Keep the feet hip width or big toes together, heels slightly apart. On an inhale, sweep the arms up as you sit back in your imaginary chair. Hug the inner thighs in and press the feet apart. Send the tailbone down. Draw the front ribs in and really reach through those fingers. Breathing steadily. As you exhale, forward fold. Step back into plank as you inhale. Exhale, lower down to the floor any way you feel good. Cobra or upward dog on your inhale. And then exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we're going to inhale the right leg up high. And then open up the hip by bending the knee. Just make sure the right shoulder doesn't go with you. Connect strongly to your breath here. Next inhale, straighten the leg, and then as you exhale, step the leg through, coming into Crescent Lunge. So really squeeze the inner thighs in to help bring yourself up. If you're more comfortable in a low lunge, that's absolutely fine. You can keep the knee on the floor. We're going to exhale and open the chest. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, open the chest, bend the arms. Inhale, come on back. We've got one more. Bend the arms, reach them up on the inhale, and then exhale, hands on the floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga or knees and chest. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. I'm going to do the same to the second side now. So inhaling, left leg up. Bend the knee and open up through the hip. So keep the breath nice and smooth here. Next inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge or crescent lunge, you choose. And then we've got that little chest opening sequence. Gonna exhale, we're going to bend the elbows and take it into a little back bend. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, arms up high. We've got one more. Really press the shoulder blades through towards the front of the chest with this one. And then exhale, hands to the floor. And step forward this time. Forward fold on your next exhale. And then on your inhale, let's come back into chair pose for another 5 breaths. See if you can come a little bit deeper this time. Finding that balance between challenging yourself but finding some ease as well. Okay, release. Give us a little shake. And we're coming into a balance, so tree pose. So weight in the left foot, and then you're going to pick up the right knee. Do a couple of figures of 8, just open the hip and choose the tree pose, which is going to suit you today. So your foot could be on the upper thigh as shown, or on the shin, or your toes can stay on the floor. Got 5 breaths here. Focus on a drishti spot in front of you, a spot to focus. Find some stillness and connection with your breath. And then from here, take a big step back, coming into warrior 2. So the back foot's facing the long edge of the mat and the front foot's facing forward. And just take a moment to settle into your warrior before bringing the arms out. Loop the butt cheeks under and guide the front knee towards the little pinky side of your foot. We're going to come into a flow here. So we're going to come into reverse and then side angle. So with your next inhale, let's come into reverse, reaching that left arm up, and then as you exhale, come into side angle. Taking the left arm onto the knee. And again, inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Keep a good connection with your feet. Keep the legs working. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. And we're staying here. So you can stay where you are, or if you're feeling like you can work a little bit harder today, bring the left arm to the floor, turning your heart towards the sky as you keep working those legs. Lovely. From here, take it into a wide leg forward fold. We're going to play around with Skandasana. So when you're ready, bend the left knee and straighten the right. Come back into the center and then take it to the back. So bend in the right knee, straighten in the left. Inhale, center. Let's come back to bend in the left. Inhale, center, and then bend the right. Super job. And then let's come back to the front of the mat. Come into a runner's lunge. Left leg is at the front, right is at the back. And then let's step forward into a forward fold. And then inhale, bring ourselves up. Ready for the second side. Super job. So bring the weight into your right foot this time. I'm going to pick up the left knee and do those little figures of 8 just to get a little mobility in the hip joint. And then come into your tree pose. So I would do what you did on the first side. And just take a moment to establish your balance, establish a drishti, a focus point in front of you, and enjoy some time breathing and settling into this lovely balance. Okay, well done. Take a massive step back with that left foot and come into warrior 2 on this side. So it's always good to take a moment to play around before you settle into these standing poses so that you can really get your body position right. Find your breath. And then let's take it into that flow, inhaling, come into reverse. And then exhale, side angle with the right elbow on the right knee. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Okay, hanging out here. If you want to drop that bottom arm down, please do, but keep the heart reaching up towards the ceiling so that you don't collapse down through the shoulders. Super job. Let's find that wide leg forward fold. And then we're doing Skandasana again, starting with moving to the front of the mat. So bending the right knee this time, straightening the left leg. Inhale, center, and then bending the left. Inhale, center, and take it back to the right. Inhale, center, take it back to the left. Inhale through center and come back into your runner's lunge now. And this time we'll step back into plank, take it through a vinyasa, so knees, chest to the floor, cobra or up dog on your inhale, exhale downward facing dog. Super job. So drop the knees, come to a seat. We're going to do some core and back work. So we're going to play around with boat and reverse table. So hug the back of the knees, find some length in your spine, and then get a good connection with your core before lifting the feet off the floor. Squeeze the inner thighs together, plug the arm bones into the socket. So as you exhale, we're going to squeeze the chest towards the thighs and inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze in, inhale, release. One more time. Exhale, squeeze in to really work the core. Inhale, release. And then lower the feet, bring the hands behind you. Wait for an inhale and press up into your reverse table, sending the sit bones towards the back of the knees and the backs of your arms towards the back of your mat. Keep your neck nice and long. All right, let's try that little Navasana sequence again. So hug behind the thighs. That will really help you to get some length and engagement in the core. Lift the feet. Then release the arms, plugging them into the socket. And then exhale, squeeze the chest to the thighs, and then inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze in, inhale, release. One more time. Exhale, squeeze in. Come on down, feet to the floor, arms behind you, and then come up into your reverse table. So see if you can squeeze the hips up a little bit more. Hug an imaginary cushion between your inner thighs as well. That will help you connect to your core, and really press the backs of the arms away from you to open the chest. All right, come on down. Last round, a little bit of change if you want to, or just repeat what we've done. We're going to lift the legs again, but we're going to hold on to the backs. We're going to inhale, straighten the legs, exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, exhale, bend. And then release the arms if you want to, straighten the legs, and let's hang out in Navasana after a little repetition of bending the knees and straightening the legs. Enjoy the quakes. And then release. Well done. From here, we're going to come into reverse table, or if you wish, let's come into reverse plank by straightening the legs, pressing the feet into the floor and lifting the hips, opening the chest by pressing the backs of the arms towards the back of your mat. Super job. Release, come down, cross the legs, bring the hands forward. Let's spend a moment back in our downward facing dog. Take a moment to walk it out. Find your breath. Notice if you're holding any areas of tension, try and let them go now. Okay, we're going to come into a dog twist. So walk the feet closer in. And then we're going to pick up the left arm and grab onto the right ankle without disturbing the hips. As you inhale, find some length. And as you exhale, get rid of all the air and turn from your navel upwards to start the twist. Take a release and walk it out. And then we're going to try it on the other side. So again, walk the feet in a little bit and then grab onto the left ankle with your right hand this time, or higher up, wherever you can get. And then use your breath to revolve and twist your upper body around towards the left. If this isn't comfortable, then you can take a kneeling thread the needle, which is just another twist, if that is preferable. Okay, come back to dog. And then come into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, come to a kneeling. We're going to come into some back bends. So Ustrasana, Camel Pose. So come up to a high kneeling position and curl the toes under, and then sit back and make sure those little pinkies are hugging under as well, as much as you can. Come back up to high kneeling, start to engage the front and back of the legs and the glutes. Bring the hands behind the lower back, squeeze the elbows together. Wait for an inhale and then come into the back bend, pushing the hips forward whilst bending back through your upper back. Think about pressing the shoulder blades through to the front of the chest and keep the back of your neck long. Inhale to come up, take a moment, sit back, and then we're going to do that again. So when you're ready, high kneeling, bring the hands behind the back. Wait for an inhale, squeeze the elbows together. Move from the upper back only, keep the tailbone guiding down. Stay here or release the hands, grab onto an ankle. Keep pushing the hips forward as you press the shoulder blades upwards through the front of your chest. To come out, drop the chin and then press into the shins to bring yourself up and come back down to kneeling. We're going to do it one more time. Choose whichever variation is going to work for you. So remember to move in and out of the pose slowly. Make sure your legs are engaged, that you're pressing the hips forward, and that you are bending through your upper back only. That tailbone is lengthening down towards the floor as strongly as you can. To come out, drop the chin, bring the hands behind your lower back and kneel down. Take a moment here. See how you feel. Absorb all the benefits of that pose. And then let's come into child's pose and take a moment to rest, reconnect with your breath. Got a few seated poses and then we will be ready for Shavasana. So when you're ready, come on up to all fours and then swing the legs around to the front for our seated sequence. So spend a moment coming into Skandasana. As shown, you just lengthen the tailbone down, draw the hip points in, soften your shoulders, find that connection with your core. So important for our forward folds. And then bend the right leg, bringing the foot towards the inside of the leg, coming into Janusz Asana. Use the tips of your fingers to get some length in the spine. And then as you exhale, we're going to fold over the left leg. So rather than rounding forwards, I want you to really pin the arm bones into the socket. Keep the collarbones wide and use your inhale to just reach the chest forward, and your exhale softens your body over that left leg. If your hamstrings are a bit unhappy today, feel free to bend the left leg so that you reduce the strain on the muscle. Come on out and hug the right knee in. Foot flat on the floor, and you can take it to the outside of the left leg or keep it on the inside. It's up to you. Take the right arm back, reach the left arm up, and then wrap the left arm around the right knee, taking it into a nice seated twist. So again, keep the collarbones wide here. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine, and exhale, twist from the navel up, using that exhalation. Release, come back to the front, and let's take a Baddha-Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees pressing towards the floor. Again, keep the spine nice and long, and think about squeezing the glutes to help lengthen through your inner thighs. Release, come back into Dandasana just for a moment, and we'll take it to the other side. So bring the left knee in this time to the inside of your right leg. Use your fingers to press the spine upwards. And then as you exhale, fold over the right leg. Remember, play around with how bent that right leg is. Listen to your hamstring, follow what it's asking you to do today. Okay, lovely, come on up. Hug that left knee in this time, and then we're going to take a twist. So bring the left arm back, reach the right arm up on an inhale, and then exhale. Wrap that arm around your left knee and begin to twist around to the left. Inhaling, lengthen. Exhaling, twisting from the navel up. Super. Release on an inhale, reach the legs out, give it a little shake. We're nearly there. Going to roll down to the mat. Draw the knees into the chest, have a little rock. And then come into Shavasana. So let the arms come a little way from the body. Let your feet flop out to the side. And connect back to your breath. You can release the Ujjayi breath now. And just return to a comfortable breathing rhythm for you. And as you inhale, just say to yourself, I welcome in new things. And as you exhale, just say to yourself, I release anything that I no longer need, or words to that effect. And we're just going to continue this mantra to ourselves as we rest in our Shavasana. And I'll let you know when it is time to come out. Okay, start to wriggle the toes and the fingers, maybe add a stretch or two. Bringing ourselves back to the real world. And then when you're ready to come up, just bend the knees. If you want to, you can hug the knees to the chest, or you can simply roll over to the left or the right. Taking a moment in a fetal position just to wake yourself up gently. Bring yourself back to the land of the living. Open your eyes. Press yourself up to a comfortable seat. And then bring your hands into Anjali Mudra. Let's finish this one off. Taking a lovely inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, press the air away, drawing that beautiful energy back to your heart center. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next time on the mat.